I can't tell if Steve looks like the dude from AC/DC or the dad on Boondock Saints.
Ooh.
We're back!
Two dudes, built and jobber.
There you go. Alright guys, we are back. Sorry for the delay. Got a little busy with work there, but we're back on the motorcycles. So tonight, we got big plans for this whole weekend. Tonight, we're going to finish installing the valves and valve springs on my engine. We purchased a tool that we kept renting. We finally just bought it from AutoZone for 20 bucks. So here's our big goal. Our big goal is we're going to get my valves done, and then we're going to finish putting Steve's motor together. I'll show you guys where we're at in just a second. In our last video, we got the pistons installed. We ended up having to do it twice because of the whole chain debacle. But tonight we're going to try to get his motor back together. Our goal over the next couple weeks, but our goal for tonight and tomorrow is to get this motor back together, and tomorrow get it inside Steve's bike. What we want to do is get the motors in the bikes so we can get the electrical systems connected and the exhaust on and test them. We want to get them running before we start doing our tanks, our wheels, and everything else, and before we do our final paint job on the frames. So we want to get these motors in, get an electrical system connected, run some type of temporary fuel system, put some pipes on them, and kick them over and make sure these things are running and running good. We could just use a throttle cable, but anything that we need to do to just test them before we get into like our final paint work, the rims and tire setups, the gas tank, the handlebars, all that. We want to make sure that the heart of this thing is working well. I run into an issue. We found that the pistons in my bike, if you remember, mine was seized. The rings are seized to the pistons. It's just not going to work. We tried all tonight. We weren't able to get it. So I'm going to just order new pistons. I'm going to go to Mike's XS. They've got a great deal for 64 bucks. I might find some used ones online. Who knows? But I'm going to have to get different pistons and finish putting mine together next week. But that doesn't mean we need to stop. We're going to get this engine together. Since we've got so much more to figure out, might as well just concentrate on one engine at a time anyway. And that way, whatever we mess up on Steve's, we can do right on mine. That seems to be the process throughout this entire build. The welding, we screwed yours up, then did mine right.
Sure.
Yeah, what else did we do that was that way?
I'm the guinea pig.
Yeah, the chain. You were the guinea pig on the chain. You were the guinea pig on the welding. That wasn't the only thing. What else did we do? Several things have happened that way. But, so that's our plan. So I'm going to show you guys where we're at. We're going to get started. Here's an update of where we're at with Steve's motor so far. In our last video, this is as far as we got. We got his pistons in. We got his chain safely attached right now. So we're going to go ahead, and Steve had created some videos I'm going to share with you guys later, but your valves are done.
Already got the springs in.
Yeah, show me that. Yeah, so you're ready to rock. But since we didn't show you guys, we're going to show you what it looks like when amateurs do it. We're going to go ahead and do mine right now.
All 4 springs in on mine, and I got 1 in on Chris's. And,
okay.
So now we're going to try and do the other 3 on Chris's.
All right. Show them the tool we're using again. Where's our fancy tool? There you go. $20 at AutoZone. But you need a buddy.
It's really not the right one you want to be using for this one. What you really want is the C-clamp. But this is the one they had. They don't have the C-clamp at the auto parts store that we went to. So we just sprung for this one for 20 bucks. I got it done on 5 of these springs, all 4 of mine and 1 of Chris's, using this tool. So we're going to continue with this, hopefully get these next 3 in, and go from there.
Show me how the tool works. In case any of these kids that are writing us want to do this.
I'll do it while he's driving because he can't stop me. Yeah.
So,
and he gets so mad at me. I'm like,
the tool that we were renting, these fingers here, we're not catching both springs. This one that we bought is, so it's a little bit better than the one that we were renting. So it might go a little smoother. Also, these struts here we're catching on this hole here on this washer at the top of the springs and making it harder to stick the keepers down into the hole on the.
So this one's working better.
This one looks like it might work a little bit better. Yeah.
All right, 20 bucks, AutoZone.
So you just push it in like that, and then tighten this up, and then keep tightening it until you can press the spring all the way.
I will videotape your ass as you keep your shit up. All right.
Are you sure there, Steve? Or just your cheering section?
Uh-huh.
Go, Steve, go.
You two remind me of the old couple on the Muppets.
Steve, you need to do like your dad. Clear your throat every now and take a long time to tell your story. Steve does that too. He's like his dad. It cracks me up when he does that.
Chris Keats, when I tell the story, he's like,
Oh yeah, this one's working better.
Okay,
Oh, sweet. Let's see how it works.
Steve will go. You know that.
We're gonna put you two in timeout if you don't stop talking.
Jen's got a carpet for her car. Closet catch the oil drill.
See, it doesn't fit down. Put on my old man glasses.
Set the valve guides.
Yeah, so I got one in there, but I can't get the other one. I think I can run it.
It's a lot of moving parts. It was nice. And it's very nice of her to include all size women and stuff. And lingerie line. She's young. I'm hearing crickets. Look, you don't need to get the sound.
Okay.
Did you get it?
So there's keepers in there. Now you just undo this.
I should have some music playing in the background to drown out the cricket sounds. Box sounds. We had a box, I think, on our deck last night. It was so loud.
Now this is kind of tough here, getting these fingers up from underneath the spring. There you go.
Sweet. Got it. 2 more to go.
This is my butt trump. It's one of those.
Are you actually farting?
It's one of those elusive Kent Island ducks running around.
why are farts so funny?
Stop videotaping me! Stop. Number 18.
Got it.
Nice.
She's got an easy schedule.
All right.
All right, that looks good, buddy.
Next semester.
You don't have to do anything in there.
Nothing I recall. You've got your guides. Those guides are in. We'll watch a video real quick. Yeah, it's exhaust.
Some curry soda.
Oh. Hold on, there you go.
Fireball, apple cider, and cream soda. That sounds good.
Hold it. There you go. Oh, got it. There you go. All right, now we don't remember what to do next, so we're gonna look it up.
I love when they do.
Boop. All right, so Steve, what are we doing next?
So we're putting in these two bolts right here to tighten this head down, to just snug it up a bit. So when we put the cam in and pull the chain up around, it'll make it easier to get that chain on.
Sweet. Well, then do it.
Nothing left to do is everything.
Man, it looks like a motor now, though.
Yeah, it does.
Look at that. You gotta admit, that looks good. I can't tell if Steve looks like the dude from AC/DC or the dad on
Young?
Boondock Saints.
Ooh.
Yeah, that dude was kick-ass. Do you remember Boondock Saints?
I remembered. I can't picture the dad.
Well, he looks like you.
Or the dude.
Yeah. Oh, the dude will work. Good call. We'll let the viewers decide. I'm having Steve put his stator back on because before we can get to the cam, chain, the cam, we got to get the motor on top dead center. Now, I watched Night Flyer and I watched Brody, but they were a little confusing. Top dead center for me has always been piston number 1 at the top. Whenever you're working on Triumphs, cars, you know, so there is a timing mark on the stator. So what I want to do is turn this motor over to that piston gets close to the top by using some sort of feeler that I'm going to put inside the spark plug hole and then see if these timing marks actually line up. If they do, we're doing the right thing, maybe. If they don't, I'll have to figure that out. All right, so it's on, right?
Yeah, stator's on.
Okay, so it's got a mark on it. All right, and that's that. These are the 2 marks that he was talking about, and I think someone has marked it. See, that's what I was thinking. Let's get a bolt on this. Let's turn this over. All right, I think we're comfortable with this. We got this mark here, this mark here, and it lines up with that center, top dead center. And I believe that's it, Steve. And I noticed on mine, I've got the same markings, so badass. I think you got it, buddy. We think we got it. I think we're close enough.
You remember which cam?
Yours has tape. Remember I said, Steve, I'm going to tape yours so we don't forget whose is whose?
I don't remember.
All right, it's on the video. Our viewers can actually go back to episode 3 or 4 where I taped your cam chain. So we knew it was
Here
yours.
it is, it's taped.
All right.
I don't remember it, but if you say so.
I do. You know, yeah, we're still ending up that chain short. I'd like to move the motor around, make sure we're connected properly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we're off a little. I don't know how to explain that. But isn't that how we end up? It's still going to be like that. You know? You want to move, turn the engine like you were doing? Yeah, fuck it, fix it. still short. It still end up there. Fuck, how are you off by 1? Alright, hold that. We're off by 1. We're trying to figure out why. Alright guys, so here's our issue. And we found out that a lot of other people were dealing with the same thing. So since we got a new cam chain, the cam chain's really tight. And one of the things that we're dealing with is it's about a half link short from us being able to connect it properly. So looking at some xs650 forums online, 2 things we need to do. One, we're going to turn this motor over a couple times, make sure there's no kink at the bottom of the chain. Second thing we're going to do, if that doesn't work, is we're actually going to have to take one of the bearings out. There's an area here where it drops down. If you take this out, it can lower. You take the one out and you lower it, and apparently that's enough to get that chain on, and then you put that back on somehow. So we're going to figure this out while you're with us. The first thing we're going to do is turn this motor over a couple times.
Do you want to get another longer piece of wire?
I don't want you to turn it over that much. We'll see how this works.
Yeah.
Move. The chain definitely, like, it might have been kinked. That might have been it. But we'll find out. You guys didn't see as we lost the chain again. But it wasn't that far. Am I on? Oh god, my hand's slipping. It's so greasy. Oh, what about that? Can I go through that way? Oh, phew. I'm on it. It was it. That was it. Get your thing. We got it. That's what it was. It was a kink in the chain. So spinning it around. I remember I told you it felt like it came loose.
Yeah.
All right. Get that bad boy on. Dude, I credit Two Wheel Workshop, Old Biker. All these guys were doing this one-handed. There's no way I could do this by myself. Knife Flyer, all of them did it by themselves. We're on.
Right here.
Yep. All right, now let's get how well does that fit on there? We're gonna have to squeeze that again.
This should go right on. That goes right on.
All right. Well, then you just leave it alone. It's good to go. No. All right. Now we got to put it on.
Yeah, that's what I bought this ball peen hammer for.
Now we beat it. In the end, the old-fashioned method worked best. Look. Actually doesn't take much to flatten them. It's on there pretty good.
Mm.
I want to loosen it. Might be real tight. Day 2. Alright. Alright, so here's the plan. Steve is going to go ahead and we're going to take the starter off. We got a starter block off plate. He's going to take his, what's that, the stator? Is that what you're taking off?
I'm taking the stator off to clean it as Brody did.
Right. Two-wheel workshop now.
Two-wheel workshop. Brody, he had a problem with his electrical system, and what he ended up doing was he just cleaned his stator off with degreaser and hit it with a garden hose, is what he told me. So thanks to Brody for that suggestion, and that's what I'm going to do to my stator, because before we broke this down, it was actually running, but it ran into some electrical problems, started to fry the electrical system, and I'm thinking I had a short in the stator, as did Brody. So before I put this back together, I'm going to clean it like Brody did, which is just hitting it with some degreaser and garden hose.
All right, sweet. And I got some other exciting news. So, in our builds, I found, because of the pistons I was telling you guys last night, the issue I'm having with the pistons, Steve and I, on Marketplace, we found another 77 Yamaha xs650. And it's
Didn't Marketplace the best?
Yes. Yeah. But $200, guys, so we can have it. So we're going to pick that up tomorrow. But the cool thing is, what we're going to do is actually put them next, like put Steve's motor together, and we're literally going to take all these parts off of this bike and put it on the Steve's bike so we can get this motor tested and running. Plus, it'll give us something to look at as a guide as we're building ours. So, pretty awesome idea. I don't know why we didn't think of that ahead of time, but it's also going to give me the pistons, or maybe I can swap the motors, but it's going to give me everything that I need to finish mine.
So here's a look at my stator. If you can
Yeah, it's showing.
see in there, it's pretty gunked up in here. So I'm going to hit it with some degreaser and hit it with a garden hose, and hopefully that'll do the trick.
All right, so check this out. We got these things are awesome. Mike's XS, I think it was like 20 bucks, 20 something bucks.
Yeah, like $20.
You can take your starter off. One, it looks better without the starter, especially since it's going to be a kick bike. And they've got these badass block off plates. It's going to look so much better. So we're just going to go ahead and do that real quick while we've got the stator soaking. Sweet. Thanks, Mike's XS. Hook us up with something. And Steve, the new the Yamaha that I'm picking up tomorrow, the rims look good on it. So I'll give us an extra set of wheels as well. The only thing it doesn't have is a tank and fenders and all that, which we don't want anyway. But you saw the picture of it. Full motor, electronics. I think it's got 13,000 miles on it.
Yeah, I did see the wheels on it, and I was wondering what size they were.
Yeah. So we'll have all that. So we'll have a bunch of spare parts. So we'll have 3 Yamahas. And this one doesn't have a title though. So, but it gives us a spare motor, everything. And like I said, I might rebuild that one and that one. And I'm not going to get rid of the motors. I'm sure this won't be the last one we do. The Suzuki was cool. Did you see that Suzuki?
I did.
It's already hardtailed. Had a cool exhaust system on it.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 750 motor. No title though. But I told you Suzuki was one of the ones I was thinking of doing next. I don't know. Maybe I'll over there see if he'll take 200 for that. It already has the frame. If the frame's good, I'll check out the frame and all that when we're there. It's cheaper than doing another hardtail kit. Now we still got to clean everything up, but you can tell how much better that looks versus having that big ass thing in there.
Well, if you're not going to use it, you know, why keep it?
Yeah.
The block off kit is $20 and it's easy enough while you have the engine out to take it out.
I actually think it looks good. Plus less weight on the bikes.
Yeah, I mean, that's a heavy.
Yeah, this thing it's not light.
Right.
Anybody need a starter? Let us know. We're raffling it off for free. Starting to look more and more like a motor. Steve is cleaning the gaskets off his case so we can get that on. Went ahead and finished the block off. Well, we're going to get these cases on so we can get the block cleaned. But we're getting there. Get it on there, Steve.
Now I got some fresh new bolt shoes.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, don't lose them.
Is it the same one?
Almost there. Put the top piece on. And we're that close. Well, it looks like a motor, at least. Doesn't it? Heck yeah, man. We're not going to bolt it down just because Steve wants to replace the bolts up at the top of it. But, very close. And tomorrow we'll share with you guys, we're going to go pick up that other Yamaha. So now we'll have 3 of them.
So the main thing that I didn't order were these rubber back washers that go up on the top here. And these are the ones that came out of the original.
Yeah.
And they're all torn up. I don't want to put them back in, so I'm going to order a new set of these and new acorn bolts.
Yeah.
Everything to tighten the engine down.
But we're almost there. Got a motor. It looks good. All right.
Till next time.
We'll see you guys next week. 2 dudes building choppers. Da 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 da.